Graham's frantically looking down, he's going to jump in. Oh no, this is, oh.
The Iron Giant. For 3 decades of decadence, this awesome Austrian mountain has been home to the iconic Red Bull Erzbergrodeo. It's a high adrenaline 4-day-long party where thousands of fans mix it up with hundreds of riders for the ultimate hard enduro adventure.
The Iron Giant, biggest ore mine in the world or something?
The most people and the most entries, the least finishes.
Carnage, chaos, and crazy. It's just bad, actually.
Brutal.
One mad day of racing.
Unreal, unique motorbike race.
Like rocks.
I really love it. It's my favorite race of the year.
Love is a strong word for having so many rocks in the race, but I enjoy my presence here.
This epic event has something for everyone, like the privateers only Midas rocket ride.
Don't try to stop me, I ain't stopping till I run the world. I ain't stopping till I run the world. Don't try to stop me, I ain't stopping till I run the world.
And it's also home to one of the wildest parades you've ever seen.
I'm the type to fight, I've never been the one to quit. With my back against the wall, I'm fighting till I win. I'm never giving in, I'm never giving up. I'm a winner and I'm fighting till my hands up. You can't defeat me, I'm different, I'm from another world. Don't try to stop me, I ain't stopping till I run the world.
And of course, the mind-boggling main event, the Red Bull Erzbergrodeo, where 500 riders explode from this chaotic quarry in the most massive mass start in the series. The world's top riders are back to attack this legendary course, pushing their limits on its insane terrain. We are roaring into round 2 of the 2024 FIM Hard Enduro World Championship.
Guten Tag, Erzbergrodeo, day 1, prologue. My goal is to open the gas like this, put a zip tie around it, 2 for security, and just drop the clutch.
The weather here is like on, off, kind of drizzly, rainy, sunny, a little bit of it all. I'm just waiting for snow at this point, honestly.
It's gonna be pretty exciting, you know, if you always go wide open up a hill, like 6 gear wide open. We definitely don't want to crash, so yeah, trying to have a good speed up there, and I'm feeling pretty fast today, got the speed suit on, so definitely it's gonna be a good day, but yeah, nerves are definitely there.
So good morning everybody, we're here, Iron Road Prologue 2024. Things are going to get kicked off and the guys are going to have a nice jump for breakfast. So who's going to be fastest today? 2 days of this, remember, fastest day gets the best pick on that front row starting order for Sunday's main race.
The Black Ladder Iron Road Prologue spans 2 days of intense speed. Every rider is vying for the fastest time, aiming for a spot in the first row of 50 riders in the championship race. Manny Lettenbichler is the first to hit the track. The defending Red Bull Erzbergrodeo champion flies through the course. Securing a solid 5th place in both heats, and easily earning a spot in the coveted first row position. Teo Kovacev is currently second in the series, trailing Lettenbichler by just 4 FIM points. He aims to close that gap with a prologue win. And there are also 4 points separating Kovacev and 3rd place Mario Roman. but Romain's best time from both heats will leave him with a 12th place finish at the prologue. Paul Torres is known for riding his heavy Yamaha Tenere 700, but in the second lap he decides to use his factory Yamaha 252 stroke, a bike that's going to be easier to haul over the rocks in the hard enduro. This is American Supercross sensation Carson Brown. Competing here for the first time, he had a decent showing for a newcomer, finishing 8th overall. Junior riders are also fighting for the best starting position and FIM points in their own series. British rider Mitch Brightmore is currently leading the FIM Junior Championship, but it's 16-year-old Austrian Valentino Hutter who takes the top points in the junior category. In a race like this, Spanish speed demon Joseph Garcia is a favorite. He's one of the fastest off-road racers in the world, the unstoppable force behind KTM's Enduro GP dominance. Unsurprisingly, he dominates both prologue days with the best times.
How is he reading that terrain? Bob! Bob! Yes, Wayno, give it a whip!
But the pro rider to take the first FIM points of the race is 4th place Wade Young. Now the 8-time Erzberg finisher is on the hunt for his first podium at the Red Bull Erzbergrodeo.
So most of the guys are through. Most of them saying it's probably a lot more choppier. Maybe feels faster because it's moving around, but I think any of the guys that got caught in that mist yesterday might have gone faster. Will a few of the names stay on the front row? We'll have to wait and see this afternoon.
Here are the results from both days of the Black Ladder Iron Road Prologue. And these 3 riders received the first FIM points of the race. Wade Young's result moves him from 6th to 4th in the overall standings.
Came into the second one, obviously, I had a decent go in the first one, so just took it steady, tried to stay on the bike, had a crash, but it is what it is, little crash. Hopefully should be enough to stay on the front row.
Yeah, I had a lot of fun. Was lucky enough to make good time, top 11, so quite happy. It's my best result at the moment in 9 years. I try to not have any crash, let's say, because when I start, I jump and I see the first left with the chicane with all the bumps and the rocks in the middle of our way. I say, fuck, it's gonna be difficult to make better, and it's also very sketchy and dangerous. I just wanna get in one piece into the start line tomorrow, and yeah, we did it.
Excitement builds in the paddock as riders prepare for the extreme enduro that awaits.
It's gonna be a gnarly race. I'm all in for it. We did a prologue, qualified. You have to qualify top 50 to be on the front row. As you can see, there's about a gazillion rows back here. Gonna be a ton of racers. Gonna be a lot of dragging the bike everywhere and carnage.
This is the Red Bull Erzbergrodeo 2024.
There have only been 13 winners in the history of this race. For the last 2 editions, the top of the podium belonged to Manny Lettenbichler. Now, he's on the hunt for his 3rd Red Bull Erzbergrodeo title. The first 50 riders burst from the start. British rider Will Hoare gets the whole shot, followed by Germany's Chris Gundermann. For a brief moment, it seems like the defending Erzberg champ has some real competition. Then Manny makes his move, pushing ahead of Gundermann at checkpoint 1. Just under 30 minutes into the race, he battles Kabachev. Kabachev makes an error, and Lettenbichler comes out on top. And things get worse for Kabachev. He doesn't know it yet, but he missed checkpoint 5, and this will have consequences. Now the follow pack consists of Johnny Walker, Wade Young, Michael Wachner, and Mario Roman. One of the riders missing from this group is Tristan Hart. At the beginning of the race, Hart is at the heart of some carnage. He goes down off the start and his bike becomes an unexpected obstacle for the rest of the first row riders.
Who's down in the middle? There's loads of chaos, Mario Roman. Not quite. That's a Red Bull bike. Tristan Hart's down. Better let him go through.
At checkpoint 1, the Canadian is in 22nd position. But he's determined to change that. Climbing past the top talent, he grinds his way through the ranks. 40 minutes into the race, Hart makes an outstanding overtake of Wade Young and moves into 4th place. Now he's got Johnny Walker in his sights.
When you get across this diner, you can't see the line because you're just looking at all the rocks look the same. You've just got to avoid them big holes. Sometimes a little bit further around to make it better. Ah, now that was a nice bridge, that was.
In the front, there's a familiar scene. As Lettenbichler starts to pull a gap, there's a question at the top of everyone's mind. Who, if anyone, can beat the mighty Manny Lettenbichler? Right now, one of the riders who has the best chance of catching Lettenbichler is Johnny Walker. But over 40 minutes in, at the section known as Carl's Dinner Light, Walker's front brake is damaged. As he frantically works to fix the issue, Tristan Hart rolls over the boulders into 3rd. Behind Hart, Wade Young and Mario Roman also bypass Walker. Now the Gas rider and his former Sherco teammates start their fight for 4th. Not long after, Walker is able to get his bike up and running again and gets back into the mix with the South African and the Spanish competition. Behind Walker, seemingly from out of nowhere, the silent assassin is living up to his name. Graham Jarvis started in 30th position. Now, in the infamous Carl's Dinner, this legend moves into 6th. Then, over 90 minutes into the race, the 5-time Red Bull Erzbergrodeo champion leverages his experience and confidence to climb into 3rd place, hot on the trail of Hart and Lettenbichler. Further back, other riders are fighting to finish the race. 10th place Matthew Green will have to pick up the pace if he wants to make the 4-hour time limit. Ahead of Green, the only junior rider making waves is Mitch Brightmore. Last year, the UK talent finished in 18th. He's currently riding in 6th.
That's going to feel good, I think. He's been through a lot already at this point. Last time I saw him, he was absolutely exhausted. And there's 2 climbs here that look really tricky. This is Motorx Highway.
Over 2 hours in, Lettenbichler is now a whopping 15 minutes ahead of Hart as he leads into Motorx Highway.
Oh, these roots. This side of the hills had no sun on it whatsoever. Greasy as. But there's a big drop to the left. He doesn't want to be going down there. Well done, man.
Later, Graham Jarvis finds himself stuck in the same section. Demonstrating true sportsmanship, his main race rival Mario Roman comes to his aid.
Oh, perfect work!
Jarvis returns the favor, but will the gesture cost him?
Right, guys, killing leap. And this could be the sting in the tail. Still got dynamite after this one. We've still got lazy noon, but this one for me is the animal one. Here he is, Manny Lettenbichler. Look at the size of these rocks. But guys, this is tricky. But that, let me tell you, it's the first time he's seen it. I don't know what's gonna happen here. I'm not gonna lie, I cannot believe he's done that! No way! Like, really? Like, really? Man, riding better than ever. Holy mackerel! I think that's the ride of the day, guys. It has to be. I think that's him just pulled another 20 minutes on everybody. Look at the ground just sliding away. That's how wet it is. Just got to get up to there, Tristan.
To the left of that pink arrow, to the right of it.
I'm not allowed to outside, am I? I want to. You know I want to. What a guy! He'll be chuffed with that. Well done, Canada!
Checkpoint after checkpoint, Lettenbichler executes another flawless race. After 2 hours and 47 minutes of exhausting riding, it's German KTM sensation Manny Lettenbichler with his third Red Bull Erzbergrodeo title in a row, his 10th consecutive win at a championship race.
Holy f***.
20 minutes later, Tristan Hart crosses the finish line after an amazing comeback. Mario Roman comes out on top in the battle for third. Graham Jarvis will settle for fourth. The fight for fifth goes down to the wire in the last sections between Wade Young, Teo Kabachev, and Johnny Walker. Then Young pulls a gap and cruises to the finish line to claim fifth place. Teo Kabachev comes in before Walker, but because he missed checkpoint 5, he is unfortunately disqualified from the race. And Mitch Brightmore is the only junior at the event to finish this punishing race.
Man, just speechless, huh? Another Red Bull Motorsports win in my pocket. There was so much pressure, and I had such a shit start, and I was just so stoked to get into the front, and then took my time, could pull a gap, which was really nice. And I feel like I'm definitely on my peak of my career. I'm trying to enjoy it as much as possible, my riding, my physical, mentally side, and I think that's one of the best thing ever. So one day is coming, but not yet.
My race was pretty good, maybe the best I've ridden here. Pretty hard to beat Manny here, to be honest. He rides here a lot. He lives so close, so to beat him here won't be an easy thing to do. But looking forward to the challenge, and hopefully, when one of these years coming up, I can do it.
Yeah, it was a tough day, I would say. I was expecting to feel better and feel stronger, but I don't know, I didn't feel so good in the rocks. I felt like I had no energy. I cannot ride with technique. I was battling through the rocks. And then after there was a few surprises in the forest, I was able to make in one shot, and I was battling with Graham until the end. We helped each other in Motors Highway, and I was able to get the top 3. It's amazing. I have to be happy. For sure, you always want more, but Letty and Tristan were flying in the rocks, especially. And definitely I have to come back next year to try to get that win.
Getting more comfortable with the bike. I actually really had fun out riding. The sections I went up, I felt good. So it was a tough race, man. The guys that got up the hill there in the beginning made quite a big gap, so that was quite tough, but overall pretty happy.
I had a decent start. I think I was in the top 5 at least. A lot of things did go right for me, but I just lack a bit of, I don't know what it, probably experience. To be honest, I'm quite new to this, so just keep coming back year in, year out, and rest tonight, and then we fly back home, and then straight back to work, We love it.
In the end, there are only 8 finishers at the amazing 2024 Red Bull Erzbergrodeo. And these are the round 2 FIM standings. Manny Lettenbichler continues his lead with 45 points. Mario Roman moves into 2nd place. Wade Young jumps from 6th to 3rd. Mitch Brightmore takes 4th, his best standing in the championship to date. And not only that, the British talent is also leading the way in the junior championship ahead of his brother, Ashton Brightmore. We we send it to Serbia for another epic X-Ross Hard Enduro rally. It's round 3 in the place you want to be, the FIM Hard Enduro World Championship.